class. So nice job. I'm going to tell you right now, hands down, nice job with the brain stretch. I love when we have all participation up on the board there in the beginning, because it just kind of sets the tone for the class. So nice job, everybody. So let's go ahead and go over this really fast. I don't really need to, because you all got it right. So but let's talk about it. Distance is going to be meters, and I'm going to switch my colors here. Let me grab a different color. Let me go, I'll go green or something. All right, so distance is going to be meters right here. Time is going to be seconds, okay? Mass is going to be grams, and finally temperature is going to be degrees Celsius. So nice job. I don't think I saw any mistakes there. And I'm going to tell you, as we move along in physics, if you know these units, these 4 units, everything else is going to be pretty easy especially when we start talking about velocity and all this other stuff, because if you know the units, then you know what they're talking about, okay? Plain out, simple, it's just easy. Know your units. Now, coming down here, if a unit is a combination, and this is what's important here is when we talk about combinations. So that means more than one unit. More than one unit. This is called what? And it actually is called a derived unit, okay? A derived unit. Fundamental units are right here. These are all our fundamental units. They're the base of our units right there. But when you have more than one of those, so for example, we talked about yesterday, we had kilograms times meters per second, then that would be a derived unit, because you have multiple units there, okay? So nice job with that one. It is going to be a derived unit. So let's go ahead and move on here. As we move on, I'm going to go ahead and put your notes up into the chat box. Make sure that you open up your notes and raise your hand as I go through the announcements, so that when we get to that point, we are ready to rock and roll and I don't have to wait very long. So go ahead and open up your notes and raise your hand as I go through these announcements. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about, remember, Class Connect sessions are recorded and distributed for learning purposes. Please do not put any personal information or information of others into the chat box for your protection and the protection of others. Make sure you're school appropriate and respectful in the chat box at all times, and that you are practicing and that you are participating and practicing with us at all times too. Hint, hint, class goes by faster and is a lot more fun when people are participating. I'm just going to tell you that one. And I know it's 4th period. I know it's kind of right before lunch. It's really hard, but just stay focused. We'll get through it. Okay? So take a look here. This is our schedule. We are on day 3 of our 60-day adventure. And some of you might say, OMG, Mrs. Sepulveda, this is like killing me. Well, it's all right. We got some vacations. We got some 2-week winter break right in the middle there. So, hey, we're good to go. So Wednesday, December 1st, and today we're going to talk about the metric system. So we're going to talk about a little bit about measurement here, okay? So make sure that we are on top of that. Again, as people are coming into class, go ahead and open up your notes that are in the chat box here and raise your hand. Once you have those notes open, raise your hand as I go through the announcements. Perfect. I'm seeing some more people popping up. Couple of announcements here. All students are required to complete that STAR 360. This is done during normal classes, so don't worry. You do get 5% here in your grade. It is not graded. We don't grade this test. This just tells us where you are, how as teachers we can better help you, okay? Reading is going to be tomorrow during period 2, so make sure you get to period 2 on time. Math is during period 3 on Friday, so just make sure you get to period 3 on on time. We are period 4, so we have no STAR 360 testing here, so we don't have to worry about it. Also, we start our Unit 1 project tomorrow, so look for those recordings that correspond with those slides, and the recordings for the first part of the project will be up tomorrow. I may put all the recordings up just so that you have them and that you can work on it tomorrow if you would like. Okay, so let's go ahead and get through our... Okay, so just like I said before, our Unit 1 airplane project is a tentative date to be due on Thursday, December 9th. That is next Thursday, so a week from Thursday. Now, it's not really a hard project. I will tell you, it's not that hard. If you were to do it in one sitting, it'd probably take you about an hour and a half to 2. Just depends on how fast you work, Okay, so again, it's not a really hard project. Again, if you watch the recordings, it's pretty easy. Okay, it walks you through step by step. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about it later on today if we have time. Hopefully, we do. And yeah, we'll jump into that. Today, we're going to talk about using significant figures to measure an object with precision. Identify the SI prefixes and complete basic conversions involving SI prefixes with our notes today of 1C. Okay, so with that being said, like I told you, we're going to get to this point, so I want you to all start having your notes open with. If you don't have your notes open with, I'm going to give you another 25 seconds to go ahead and get your notes open with. Remember, your notes are in the chat box, but you can also find them on the content page. You can also find them other places, but they are in the chat box for you. Once you have those notes open with, raise your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and put 25 seconds up on the clock for you. Raise your hand once you have those notes open with. If you are watching the recording, click the grades tab, scroll down to 1C notes, and click start quiz. For everybody else, go ahead and raise your hand. Your notes are in the chat box. Ten more seconds. All right. Let's go ahead and check in with people here. So still looking, woo, look at all those notes. I love it. Moses, Mickey, Luis, Kenyon, Jenny, Gabriel, Braden, Autumn, and Alejandra. Go ahead. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I saw you popping up there. So still looking for Alejandra, Autumn, Braden, Jenny. Perfect. Kenyon, Luis, Mickey, and Moses. Okay, go ahead and get those hands raised. Excellent job, everybody else. High five to you. Love the participation. This is going to be a great. It really does set the tone of the class for the beginning of the trimester. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Beautiful job, everybody. So with that, let's take a look about this. In the chat box, would you rather measure a long distance race in inches or miles? Why? Inches or miles? You're running a race. I don't run. I don't like running. Oh. Would you like to measure that race in inches or miles? Who could tell me in the chat box? There's really no wrong answer. Miles, yep. Alexis says Johnny. Yep. Anaya says, yeah. All of you, hands down, say miles. Yep. Why? Why would you say miles? Yeah, exactly. Would you imagine inches? I love it. Austin's got it. It would take forever. It would be awful. Yeah, it would be like 35 years. Yeah, totally, Anaya. So yeah, it would be forever. Inches would be too small, so we'd measure in miles. Now, let's take a look at this ladybug. Would you rather measure this cute little ladybug in centimeters or meters? Why? Alexa says centimeters. Cute little ladybugs. Anaya Hala says, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Austin. You got it. I would definitely measure it in centimeters because the ladybug's not big enough for meters. We're talking about a meter stick is roughly about 3 feet, right? Is roughly about 3 feet. And so why would I measure a ladybug, which is like that big, on a meter stick? That's crazy. Not good. Yeah, it ain't big enough, right? Exactly. So nice job. So we're going to talk about what we call significant figures. Significant figures measurements can only be as precise as the tool being used, okay? So significant figures are digits that communicate how precise a tool is, really. Now, in order to figure out the significant figures, you should include all known digits plus one estimated digit. So how do I do that? Let's take a look at this pencil here, okay? This pencil is measured here. Now, all my known digits, is it past 6? Can I say my pencil is definitely past 6? Yes. Yep. Absolutely. So if my pencil is definitely past 6, then I know that my first digit is going to be 6. That is my known digit. Now, this is where it gets kind of where you kind of have to estimate. How do I estimate? Well, this is kind of the trick I do. Is when I estimate, I always go, okay, where's the halfway point between 6 or 7? Where's the halfway point between, the first number and the second number? And then from there, if I look and I say, okay, I'm going to say my halfway point is kind of right here, okay? I'm going to say my halfway point's kind of right there. Now, at that point, it's 6.5, and my pencil is still past. If you look at the tip is still past 6.5 where I've estimated. That's where I get, well, then I can say it's either going to be 6.6 or 6.7. Now, it's given us the answer of 6.7. So it's saying that it's 2 clicks past the halfway point. All right, that would be my estimated digit. So you put all your known digits first, and then you have to kind of estimate. But then again, my trick is that I always kind of look at it, what's the halfway point between the two numbers? Then I kind of get my halfway point. Is it past the halfway point? If it's past the halfway point, then I know it's bigger than 6.5. If it's not, then I know it's going to be less than 6.5. Where am I at? So that's where you have to kind of estimate, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look here. But before we do that, I want to lock in answers number 2 and 3. Number 2 is going to be precise. Number 3 is going to be estimated. I'm going to give everybody about 45 seconds. These are big words here. I'm going to give everybody about 45 seconds to lock your answers in. Raise your hand when you have your answers locked in. Go, go, go. Then we'll do some practice. 23 seconds, 5 seconds. Alrighty, so let's just check in with a few people. Again, just a little hint. I know this is our first go around. Just a little hint. If it's better for you, take a picture with your cell phone or take a screenshot if you know how to do that. And always come back to it later. Remember, I don't take attendance hint until like 1:15ish. So you still have a good, good hour before I take attendance to get your notes in, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look here. Peter, oh, thanks, Peter. I saw you popping up. So Moses, Mickey, Luis, Kenyon, Carly, Braden, Autumn, and Anaya. Thanks, Anaya. Awesome. Nice job, Alberto and Amy. Beautiful, beautiful. Moses, Mickey, Luis, Kenyon, Carly, Braden, and Autumn. Make sure you get your hands raised. Let's go ahead and practice a little bit of these significant figures. So let me go ahead and clear these out. And awesome. Thank you, Braden. All right, so let's practice. Now, I'm going to cover up this first one just because I don't want anybody looking at it. I don't want anybody getting confused. So I'm going to cover up right here. Okay, let's take a look at this first one before we do any of it. So obviously, I'm going to go ahead and determine the length, identifying all my known digits and my one estimated digit. We're going to write our answers in the chat box and include our units. Now, where can I find my units? Well, my units are right here. We're dealing with centimeters right here. So we know my units are going to be centimeters. And I love it. I'm seeing some people already put their answers up there. Just like before, what is my known unit? Well, what number does this line go past? Well, guaranteed it goes past 1, right? Good, Johnny. Good, Alexis. Good, Amy. Yep, Anaya, it goes past 1. So I know 1 is going to be my first number. Now, after that is where we have to estimate from. Just like I did before, what's the middle between 1 and 2? And that's where you kind of have to visualize here. And sometimes you have to put your finger to the screen and kind of put where the middle would be. Is it, and I'm going to say, is it going to be less than 0.5 or is it going to be more than 0.5? Yeah. Good. Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be less than 0.5. So if I did this, I would go ahead and kind of say, my middle would be kind of right here. Now remember, it's kind of hard with my computer, but again, it's just an estimation. So my middle would be kind of right there. I know it's less than 0.5, so I can simply say, yep, I agree with those. I agree with Braden. I agree with Anaya. I agree with all of those. Again, this is where it kind of gets a little tricky because it can be 1.2 or it can be 1.3. Anywhere in there, I would accept those answers, okay? Anywhere in there, I would definitely accept those answers because, again, it's just an estimation. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead, I think it's a 1.3, okay? 1.3 centimeters, okay? Centimeters. So nice job. If you got a 1.2 or 1.3, you're right on track because if this was a test or if this was anything else and you gave me one of those answers, I would have taken it, okay? So nice job. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one now. This one's going to be a little bit different, okay? This one's going to be a little bit different. Guaranteed, what is going to be my known digit? What is going to be my known digit here? What number does that line go past? Good, Amy. Yes. Anaya's got it. Braden's got it. Kenyon's got it. Yes. Hala's got it. Yes. Okay, good. I would put 1, first of all, yeah, 1 is my known digit. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because I have another known digit. Because I have these little lines here, you see all those little lines? I can actually look and I can say, okay, that would be 1.1, 1.2. So I am given another known digit, 2. Does everybody see where I got the 2 from? I counted the little lines, 1, 2. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you got, yeah, okay, good, thanks, good, Peter, yep, good, excellent, Mario, perfect. So I got 1.2. Now here is my estimated digit. Between those little lines, I have to figure out what is half. What is half? Now this is really hard to see, so I can kind of, this is where your estimation comes in. Looking at my estimation here, looking at my half, I would say it's about 1.25. Okay? To me, that looks like it's right in the middle, right? And I know it's a centimeters because I have a centimeter rule. Okay? Centimeter rule right there. Okay? So let me know give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Or just tell me, yep, agree. Would you say that would be a 1.25? All right. Excellent. Yep. Thanks, Alexis. Thanks, Alberto. Nice, Peter and Naya. Yeah. All right. Excellent. Now, why did I have 2 numbers here and not 1 up here? What is different about this ruler compared to this ruler? What is different about the 2 rulers? Yes. Perfect. I want you to realize these little lines are going to give me 2 numbers. If I have no lines right here, if I have no little lines, I'm going to get just 1 number after the decimal place. Okay? Little lines, 2 numbers. No lines, 1 number. Okay? That makes sense? We'll go over this in a little bit. Ready? So let's go ahead and take a look at these significant figures. Okay? So these are going to actually be the answers to number 4 and 5. Now, like I said, we went through 1.3, so I want you to actually give me the actual answer here. Even though if we were in a real life situation, testing situation, I would have taken 1.3 or 1.2. In this situation, I would have taken 1.25, okay, up to 1.27. 1.28 would be a little more, or even 1.29 would be too much, so I would take any of those. But go ahead and just copy these down. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you something because this is kind of the first time we're going to do this. And let me show you this. So for number 4 and 5, let me close this. You're going to have 2 boxes, okay? And let me show you on my screen. I'm trying to pull it up really fast. Numbers 4 and 5. I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you. All right. So numbers 4 and 5, you're going to have 2 boxes here. The first box is going to be your number. So you're going to put 1.3. Your units box right here is going to be your units, and that's going to be CM. Okay, CM. That's for number 4. if I scroll down to number 5, I'm going to go ahead and put 1.27. The number is going to go in the answer box. The unit is going to be cm. Okay? Go ahead and I'll give you 45 seconds to work on that. 45 seconds. Go ahead and raise your hand when you are finished. 45 seconds up on the clock. 1.3 is going to go into the answers box, and then cm is going to go into the units box, just like I have it up on the board. Johnny, I would put exactly what I have up on the board. Okay. If it was a different situation, I would have taken it, but just so that you can get the answer right, I want you just to copy right off. All right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop screen sharing with you. I think everybody understands how to do that one now. All right. So, and let me go back. Boop. There we go. All right. Let me just check in with a few people here, making sure we're all good. So Yamalet, Peter, Moses. Oh, there we go. People are popping up there. Mickey, Luis, Kenyon, Jenny, Gabriel, Carly, Braden, and Autumn. Thanks, Jenny. I saw you up there. Thanks, Gabriel. Autumn, Braden, Carly, Kenyon, Luis, Mickey, and Moses. All right, nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and clear these out and do another practice here. We're going to actually complete this one on our own, but I'm going to help you out, okay? So first of all, we're going to use significant figures. What is the best measurement for this leaf provided on this ruler? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a moment here and look at this. What is, and again, I know it says complete on your own. Usually we do this on your own, but I wanted to make sure that you understand this. So what is my known factor? What is my known digit? Good. Anaya has it. Johnny has it. Yep. Hala has it. Good. Excellent. Yep. So 5 is my known digit. But do I have something after 5? I do. My question is, do I have little tick marks? Do I have little, is the ruler like this one? Or is it like this one? Is it like the top one? Or no, I don't have any tick marks. So do you think I'm going to use these numbers? The one that has the 2 numbers right here? No. So I can automatically get rid of this one. Okay. Can I get rid of the 5.24? Yeah, exactly. I don't have little tick marks. Get rid of it. Can I get rid of just the 5? Is it just on 5? Yeah, I don't need that. So now my options are here. My question is, now I have to estimate. Where is the middle between 5 and 6? Is it past the middle or is it below the middle? Good, Johnny. Good, Amy. Good. Yeah, it's past. So obviously 5.2 won't cut it. And the only option left for here is 5.8, right? So there is your answer for number 6. Go ahead and lock in your answer. Raise your hand. I'm going to give everybody, this is a simple multiple choice. I'm going to give everybody just 25 seconds. 10 seconds. Nice job, everybody. All right. You guys are awesome today. So Moses, Mickey, Mario, Kenyon, Jenny, Gabriel, Carly, Braden, Autumn, and Alejandra. Thanks, Mario. Awesome. You're working really hard. I love it. Moses, Mickey, Kenyon, Jenny, Carly. Thank you, Carly. I saw you popping up. Alejandra, Autumn. Awesome. Everybody, you are all working super hard. I am super proud of you today. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So now we're going to talk about our SI prefixes. These are also shown in our brain stretch, but it can helpful to have smaller or larger versions of our unit, right? The International System of Units is great at this. I love it because you have your basic unit, which is meters, grams, liters, and obviously these are our basics. Now, What's nice is, just like I told you before, that they are based off of a base 10. Super easy. So if I have meters, I can go up to 1 decameter is 10 base. Okay? A hecto is 100 and kilo is 1,000. Okay? So if I have a 4.2 kilometer, all I have to do is move my decimal place 3 times. So I can go 1, 2, 3 and put my zeros here, and I would get 42,200 meters. Now, we wouldn't say that in a race. That's crazy. Hey, you want to run a 42,200 meter race? No, we would say, hey, do you want to run a 42.2 kilometer marathon? Okay, so that's where the SI unit does a beautiful job at. It also has smaller units. You have the deci, you have the centi, and you have the milli. Okay, milli is going to be the smallest unit. 1 milli is 0.001. A centi is 0.001. And finally, a deci is going to be just 0.1. Okay, so much easier to work with than what we work with in the English system, but we'll get some practice in that right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some ratios. Now, have you ever heard of a ratio? How many of you have heard of a ratio before? It's where you compare something. Have you heard it in math or anything like that? Yeah, okay. We're kind of like right here. No worries. Well, to convert from one type of unit to another, use what we call a conversion ratio. You will get so good at this in this class, okay? You will get so good at this in this class. These always actually equal 1. For example, 1 minute equals 60 seconds, right? 60 seconds equals 1 minute. They're all going to equal 1, okay? The beautiful thing about conversion ratios is that we actually put it into a fraction. Don't get scared of fractions. Fractions are your friend. They're just simply a division problem. That's it. We'll do a lot of fractions in here, but they're all simply just a division problem. Okay? But what's nice about conversion ratios, you can flip them and they mean the same thing. So I can put 1 minute over 60 seconds. 60 seconds over 1 minute all equals 1, right? It all equals 1. So just to kind of give you a hint there. Usually we'll have to check to see what conversion ratio we need to use, if we need to use number 1 or number 2, but they're both the same thing. So let's go ahead and put this into a little bit of practice, okay? I want to convert 27 seconds into milliseconds. Well, what is my known? My known is always going to be the one with the number. So what number do I have in my problem? Who can tell me? Good, Anaya. Good. My number is going to be my known, whatever number I have in my problem. So that would be 27. Good, Johnny. Good correction. Hala, excellent. Alexis, beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's always going to be 27 seconds. Okay? So I'm going to put 27 seconds right here. Okay, and I'm going to abbreviate it by just saying 27S. Now, here are my conversion ratios. I have conversion ratio number 1 right here. Okay, and I have conversion ratio number 2. Now, in order to figure out which one I need to use, I always want to put the unit of the known. So my known is 27 seconds. I always want to put the seconds on the bottom. So which one has seconds on the bottom? Is it conversion ratio number 1 or conversion ratio number 2? Which one has seconds on the bottom? Good, Anaya. And Jenny. Good, Johnny. Hala. Yes, beautiful. Okay, Ray. Yep, good. Yeah, it's going to be this first one here. This is going to be my conversion ratio because seconds is on the bottom. And I'll tell you why in just a second. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and put 1, if my tools will be nice to me. So 1 millisecond is going to go on top. And I just literally copy it. That's all I'm doing is I'm just copying it. And 0.001 seconds on the bottom. So now I have seconds on the top here. I have seconds on the top here and seconds on the bottom there. Why do I have to do that? Is because I'm going to cross cancel. How many of you have heard of cross canceling before? Yeah, good. So what I'm doing is I'm cross canceling the units. They are both the same. Well, guess what? I don't need them. So I'm going to get rid of them. And because they're the same and they're across from each other, they have to be on the top and the bottom, then I can get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Now I simply multiply across. I go 27 times 1 and 1 times 0.0001. Okay? Now when I do that, I get 27 over 0.1. 0.001. Okay? Now I have a simple division problem. So now I divide 27, and if you have a calculator, you're going to go ahead and punch in 27 and then push the division sign and put 0.001. What do you get? Yes, good, Peter. Yes, Hala. Anaya, beautiful. Good, Johnny. Good, Alexis. Hooray, yes. All right. So, yeah, I totally agree with you that you get 27,000 milliseconds. You get 27,000 milliseconds. So this is just a cleaner version on what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and lock in our answer for number 7. I'm going to show you how to do this. The first box, which is your answers box, is going to be 27. That's going to be your first box. It's going to be 27,000. Your next box is going to be MS. I'm going to show you right now in your quiz. Okay, so let me grab it. Okay, so here's number 7. So in that first box, I'm going to put 27,000. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the second box, which is my units box, I'm going to go ahead and put MS. Okay, MS for my units. All right, go ahead and copy that down. I'm going to give you 25 seconds to go ahead and get that answer in, just like you see up on the board here. And then, right, nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and just kind of check in, make sure. Look at that. Austin, Autumn, Braden, Gabriel, Jenny, Kenyon, Lily. I just saw you walking in. No worries. Mickey and Moses. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and stop screen sharing so I can go ahead and move on. Nice job, everybody. Ah, man, you're rocking it today. I love it. Makes me feel good. All right, let's go ahead and practice another one. So we're going to practice number 8 here. Again, what is my known digit? What is 4,780 grams in kilograms? So what is my known digit here? What is my known number? What is my known number? Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's always going to be the number that is given in the problem. Right here, 4,800 grams. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4,780 grams. I don't know why I keep saying that. Grams here. Okay, so now that I know that I have grams on top, looking at my conversion ratios, which one am I going to pick? Which one am I going to pick? Am I going to pick conversion ratio number 1 or conversion ratio number 2? Which one has grams on the bottom? Johnny has it. Good. Which one has grams? Good, and I had nice correction. Henna, excellent. Oh, take a look, Henna. Sorry. Take a look at Alberto. Take a look. Which one has grams on the bottom? We want grams on the bottom. Yeah, good, Hala. Yes, Henna, good. Excellent correction. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'm going to take this one right here because grams right here is on the bottom. And I will have grams on top. I want grams on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1,000 grams on the bottom equals 1 kilogram. Okay. Now, just like before, because they are cross each other, that I can now cancel them out. They're both the same unit. So I'm going to go boop, Whoop, cancel them out. Now I just multiply across. 47 times 1. 1 times 1,000. That's going to be easy. I'm going to put 47 on top here and 1,000 on the bottom. Now I have a simple division problem. Remember, fractions are simply a division problem. So now I'm going to go ahead and plug in 47 into my calculator, 47, push the division sign, and put 1,000. What do I get? Good, Hala's got an answer. Good. Anaya, good. Excellent. Amy's got an answer. Johnny's got an answer. I agree with all of you. Your answers are... Actually, this answer is not correct. What am I doing here? Grams to kilograms. Yep. And 4,000. Let me just... Because I am... You are correct, but guess what? I forgot this. That makes it a difference. That makes it a whole different number. There we go. See, this is what happens when you are lack of sleep right here. Lack of sleep right there. All right, so now divide it again. 4,780. What do you get? 4,780 divided by 1,000. Now this answer is going to be quite different. Do you match that answer right there? Good, Peter. Yes. Yes. Some of you are probably like, Mrs. Sepulveda, you're nuts. What are you doing? You're nuts. I am a little bit nuts. But here we go. So this is going to be our answer, just like we said. It is going to be 4.78 kilograms. How do I put that into our notes? Let me go ahead and show you. Really fast. So going into our notes right here, again, we have our answers and our units. 4.78 is going to go into the answer. And then again, we're looking at, because of time purposes, I want to make sure I get everybody out at least roughly on time. We're going to go ahead and move on and take a look here. So we have 16 meters. I'm going to go ahead and do this one with you. 16 meters right here. Okay. Which conversion ratio am I going to use? Remember, I want meters on the bottom. Meters on the bottom. Am I going to use number 1 or am I going to use number 2? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1. Yes, I agree with everybody. So 1 hectometer on top and then obviously 100 meters on the bottom. Okay. Now it's simply just multiplying across. So 16 times 1. So 16 times 1. 1 times 100. I got all the numbers correct this time. So now I go 16 over 100. What do you get? So again, this is a simple division problem. What do you get? Remember, your units are going to be HM. Okay, what are you going to get? Good, excellent. I'm seeing those answers popping up there. Good, excellent. Nice, nice. 16 divided by 100. Just want to double check. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and lock that answer into your notes. Go ahead and lock that answer into your notes. I'm going to give everybody 25 seconds. Go, go, go. This is just a multiple choice, so this is pretty easy. This is pretty easy, just a multiple choice. And before we go, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about our project really fast, and then I'm going to let you all free to go get some lunch. Thank you for hanging in there with me, everybody. Here we go, and we are going to move on. Nice job and nice participation today. So just before we leave, our first project is our Unit 1 airplane project. Here's just the gist of it. You're going to make 3 different paper airplanes. The website is in the project for help. You're going to measure the distance of their flight, and we're going to analyze a little bit of that. Now, templates are found in your grades tab. Will also be put on the announcements section tomorrow. Hint, hint, make sure you watch the recordings for more detailed information. I go through it step by step. Here is a great website if you wanted to have some help with the 3 different paper airplanes. Make sure you keep with the same paper. If you're using binder paper or printer paper, stick with three sheets of the same paper, but 3 different airplanes. All right. Again, all the steps are on the recording step by step, and they will be on your announcements tab or in your grades tab tomorrow. With that being said, at this point, go ahead and submit your notes. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you back here on Friday. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you back here on Friday. Bye, everybody. Bye, Amy. Bye, Hannah. For everybody else, I'm going to go ahead and give you a minute 30 to go ahead and log off. Have a great afternoon.